What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here, and today we have a very strong Ultra League team for everybody to try. Shadow Charizard, Trevenant, and Cobalion. Now, I reached 2863 with this team with 2 sets for y'all today. So let's jump into these battles here and check out this team. So amazing lead for us here. They're going to swap into a Drapion. I do have a solid response here with the Cobalion. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw. I'm going to get the shield, even though we did not fully go up to the Stone Edge. So that is crucial. So now we have shield advantage, and we are going to win switch advantage as well. Because Drapion gets walled by Cobalion. They can throw crunch after crunch, and I just have to throw the Sacred Sword here. This is going to do some nice damage, and from here, I think I could just farm all the way down and have loaded energy for when that Escavalier wants to come back in. So, Escavalier comes back in. I am going to throw the Sacred Sword here just to get some nice chip damage off, and we are at another Sacred Sword, and I think I can make it to one more Sacred Sword if we survive this counter. Yes, we do. Another Sacred Sword coming in. This is going to be taking out the Escavalier, and they have a Skunk Tank in the back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in with Shadow Charizard. I'm going to have to shield there, and I just got to build up to the back-to-back Blast Burns. One to get the shield, the next one to knock them out, because Blast Burn just does so much damage. This is Ultra League, but Blast Burn still hits like a freaking truck. This is an XL Skunk Tank, left, right, good. Nice Skunk Tank, and that's a good game. Well played to my opponent. Hopping into the next matchup here, Charizard into Excadrill. So kind of a poor man's Stunfisk in here, but now we have to watch out for the Rock Slide. So I catch the Rock Slide on the Cobalion. Maybe I should have caught it on the Trevenant, because in comes a Machamp. Oh, okay. So maybe we can get a couple of Sacred Swords off here. I do believe I live this. I'm not 100% sure. No, we don't. Okay, Machamp takes us out. Left, right, good night. We come in with the Charizard. I'm going to have to shield up a Rock Slide. And this could be a little troublesome here, but we do have a lot of loaded energy here on Charizard. So I'm going to go for the Blast Bird. Maybe I should have went for the Dragon Claw bait here, but we do grab the shield. I'm going to farm up and hopefully catch a move. No, we don't catch a move. Super unfortunate, and it's an Alolan Muck in the back. Oh, this is really not good, because now that Excadrill farmed up so much energy, and from here, we're just going to get taken out. We're going to have to shield here. The Earth. We would have had to shield if we wanted to farm down, but we're at 100 energy. Blast Burn going to take out Alolan Muck, and they have the back-to-back Rock Slides, but they throw the Drill Run first. Doesn't matter, that Drill Run probably would have taken us out anyways, but we are going to lose that game. Very well played to my opponent there. Good job on conserving their energy and energy management. So hopping into the next matchup, beautiful lead, Charizard into Trevenant, and they swap into a Cobalion. I'm going to swap into my own Trevenant here. We can take a Stone Edge, no problem. We can't take 2, but the double kicks are resisted and the Sacred Swords are resisted. So I'm going to throw the Shadow Claw here. Move timing, very nice, allowing them not to get a full double kick through. I do think I decided to shield this one. We get baited with the Sacred Sword. That is brutal. So now another Shadow Ball coming in. Do they want to shield that? They really do. I don't... It is a good play for them to try to play for switch here, but now I can just overfarm enough energy here. Kind of lost count, but I overfarmed enough energy where I can probably get to a C-Bomb before I get knocked out. Maybe even a Shadow Ball, but they come in with Tapu Fini, and I'm like, oh, this is really not good. But Blast Burn gonna be coming in. Does so much. That is resisted damage, and that's like 45-50% of that Tapu Fini's health. So now I'm gonna come in with Cobalion. We have a Shadow Ball locked and loaded. I could have came in, thrown the C-Bomb, but I wanted to farm up some energy here, and I know that their Trevenant wasn't quite at a Shadow Ball either, so I'm going to farm up just before, but they catch the Sacred Sword, which is fine with me, because now I come in, I go for the Shadow Ball. This is going to be saying left, right, good night to that Trevenant, and we should just be able to double kick Sacred Sword. And this should be enough damage to take out that Tapu Fini. So good game to my opponent there. Nice, very well, nice catch there. Try to maybe catch the Stone Edge, but I think there were maybe a turn late or early, sorry. Pretty good lead for us here as long as it's not Weather Ball, but out comes an Obstagoon, in comes a Cobalion. We are taking super effective damage from the counters and the cross shops, but they are taking double super effective damage due to their normal dark typing. So Sacred Sword is going to be doing so much damage. Left, right, good night, Obstagoon. And what wants to come back in here? I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Alola Ninetales. I'm going to bait here with the Sacred Sword, and then I can probably get to another Sacred Sword. I am at the back-to-back, but unfortunately I don't throw the energy, and oh, that was just brutal. So I'm going to shield up the Weather Ball. I'm going to conserve some health, and it's another Tapu Fini in the back, and we are able to take a Moonblast, but Trevenant should be able to lock this matchup down. So from here, we're going to take the Moonblast, and I'm not going to throw energy. I'm just going to go for the very aggressive farm down, I think. Yeah, and that way I get a little more energy on Charizard. See, I had the Seed Bomb, but I didn't want to throw it because now we have just so much energy. And from here, we can just build up to the back-to-back Blast Burns again. Blast Burn is going to be doing massive damage. Left, right, good night through the shield. GG's. It didn't matter anyways. We had the back-to-back. So it's going to be another matchup here. Charizard v Charizard. So this is kind of bait dependent. I mean, if you land a Dragon Claw, it's not really enough to KO. And then my opponent can just kind of take their shield advantage. I don't know. This is a very iffy. I don't like these mirror matches. I do shield up the Blast Burn, which is nice. I'm gonna go for another Dragon Claw of my own. I don't want to see a Charizard in the back because that would just be gosh awful. So I am gonna double shield like my opponent did, and we are gonna be able to get to another Dragon Claw. I'm hoping this is going to be enough, but I don't think it is. Let's see here. It is enough. Left, right, good night. And in comes a Trevenant. And this could be a little troublesome. I should have thrown the Dragon Claw just for some damage, because now they have a little more energy than us. But I decided to come in with my Cobalion because they're going to outpace me to the Shadow Ball. They were one Shadow Claw ahead of me. Shadow Ball is not going to KO my Cobalion, whereas would have KO'd my Trevenant. I'm gonna get the Stone Edge off, get them very, very low, and I'm hoping I can get to the Sacred Sword, but in comes a Venusaur. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be a tough matchup because they can hit us with Sludge Bomb. It's not gonna KO, but from here, I can just build up so much energy. I can build up 100 energy where I have a Shadow Ball and a Seed Bomb locked and loaded, and I'm really hoping that this Seed Bomb is going to be able to KO that Trevenant, and they don't have extra energy. Seed Bomb coming in. Moment of truth. Is this enough to KO? Yes, it is, and that's going to be a good game. Well played. Kind of a cool team there. Double Grass in the back. First set, nice 4-1, and now into the next set of battles here. Got him a champ on the lead. Have to watch out for the rock side. We're going to outpace, or we're going to pace out to the rock side as soon as we get to the Blast Burn, but I'm going to bait here with the Dragon Claw. I'm guessing this is going to be a bait, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to get baited with this Cross Chop here, and now I can just go straight Dragon Claw. They're at a range where the Dragon Claw is going to KO them. Down goes Machamp. In comes a Jellicent. I go for the Dragon Claw here. You should be going for the Blast Burn just to get the most damage off, and I don't really have a solid response to this Jellicent, so I'm going to now let my Charizard go down. I'm going to come in with Trevenant. I think they do have a Hex ahead, so they are going to outpace me, but I'm going to throw the Seed Bomb here. This is going to be enough to KO them if they want to shield. They do decide to shield that, so I'm going to respect the Shadow Ball with the shield myself, but they bait us with the Surf. Are they going to be able to outpace us? No, they're not. Trevenant coming in clutch. Seed Bomb going to be saying left, right, good night to that Jellicent. In comes a Cresselia, and Trevenant is going to take the crown on that matchup. GG's to my opponent. On to the next game. Pretty good lead for Shadow Charizard. We do have to land the Blast Burn, whereas if they land a Weather Ball, it's going to put us into a range where they can probably farm us down. So I'm going to shield up that Weather Ball. I'm going to build up a lot of energy here, then go for the Dragon Claw, which I'm thinking back, I should have just went for the Blast Burn. It would have taken them out, and then I wouldn't have had to take this damage here. Either way, we were able to farm down, but in comes a Charizard. This is really, really bad. So I decided to come in with my Trevenant here. I'm going to throw the Shadow Ball, and I do believe I needed to bait us with the Dragon Claw, and that is absolutely massive because this Shadow Ball is going to be coming in, getting that final shield. But the issue is now this Charizard is absolutely loaded on energy, and they're going to outpace us to 2 Blast Burns here. So whatever I do, I'm going to lose. I think I shield that. It is the Blast Burn. Can I catch here? Oh my gosh. Oh my, they bring in the Abomasnow. If I just would have farmed down, swapped in my Charizard to catch their Blast Burn. It is what it is, and we end up losing that matchup. A very close matchup. Bad lead here. I'm going to swap into my Cobalion. They swap into a Giratina with Dragon Breath. Now, considering this thing has Dragon Breath, it's going to be resisting... Cobalion is going to be resistant to Dragon Breath, and this is a lot better matchup, whereas if they had Shadow Claw, and they're going straight Dragon Claw as well. Oh my goodness. Okay. All resisted damage, and Cobalion should be able to take this matchup. 3 Stone Edges are going to do the trick. Dragon Claw not going to be enough to even do slightly enough damage. I'm going to allow myself to take another Dragon Claw. Puts me down to a range where it's, if they want to shield, they can probably take Switch. But if they don't want to shield, which they do shield, quite fine by me, because now I can just go for another Sacred Sword here. This is not going to do a lot of damage. It's double resisted, but we get both shields, and that is beautiful. I don't have to shield this Dragon Claw, but it's gonna be an ancient power. Out comes a Dragonite. I farm up more energy, and my opponent gives away Switch after shielding twice, which is beyond me why they did that, because now my Dragon Claw is gonna KO this Dragonite. I have a half health Trevenant in the back here. 2 shield water guns are not going to be doing enough damage. I'm going to shield this Surf up. It's going to be to a point where that Surf is going to do enough damage to take us out. So now I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. It does more raw damage, even though C-Bomb is super effective, and I'm going for that C-Bomb right away. I did not want them to catch, and we should just be able to Shadow Claw down this Giratina, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. So hopping into the next matchup here, Gliscor into Charizard. Kind of a neutral matchup. If they get the Night Slash boost, this is really bad for Charizard. So I'm going to let the first one go through. We can survive, and I'm going to have to shield the second one regardless if they shield or not. I'm going straight for the Blast Burn here. If they want to shield this, then they shield it, and we get shield advantage. So from here, I think I shield this one up. Yep, and then I'm going to be able to get to another Blast Burn before we get taken out. And if they want to shield this one too, then I can just come in with Trevenant, and I can get to a C-Bomb to take out that Gliscor. I am going to shield up this Night Slash. It would do a lot of damage considering this is a Shadow one. C-Bomb coming through, gonna be enough, I hope. Yes, it is. Takes it out. In comes a Cobalion to a Trevenant. Are they mad, lads? And I'm thinking this might be a Virizion in the back. Okay, let's check this out here. Shadow Ball does massive damage, and in comes a Stone Edge. Not going to be enough to take us out, and I can overfarm a lot of energy here. Going for the C-Bomb. Hopefully this is enough to take out the Cobalion. Yes, it is. In comes a Jellicent, and we're able to get to the freaking Shadow Ball. Let's go. Trevenant going on an absolute tear, and from here, we're just going to be able to try to catch a move. Either way, one Sacred Sword is going to be enough to take out this Jellicent, and that's going to be a good game. Well played, Cobalion, putting the team on the back. Well, Trevenant really did all the carrying, but you know what I mean. Here we go. Good game to my opponent. On to the next matchup. Another Shadow Gliscor lead. So again, I think I learned from my mistake last time and I went straight for the Blast Burn. So this time, I think I bait here with the Dragon Claw, but they decide to come into Wall Rain. Okay, beautiful lead for us. We can survive one Earthquake with our Cobalion. They decide to bait. Okay, so that puts me to a range where now I can overfarm here, go for the Sacred Sword, and do I shield this one up? I think I do shield this one. It is the correct shield here, and now I can just be able to farm all the way down. This is just only an Icicle Spear. We don't have to worry about this, and now we can throw 2 Stone Edges at this Gliscor if it wants to come back in, and hopefully grab a shield back. Now this Gliscor did farm up a lot of energy. Either way, we have the Stone Edge. We're gonna swap into Charizard, combo play with the Blast Burn. Left, right, good night. In comes a Scrafty, and all we have to do is get that last shield. I think this is just a pup here, so I'm not gonna shield this. Blast Burn gonna be coming in hot here, and we have loaded energy on Cobalion, and Cobalion is gonna finish this game off with the Sacred Swords here. Sacred Sword gonna be coming in hot, and one more should be just about enough to finish. I'm gonna shield up this pup. It is double boosted, but either way, we are at the Sacred Sword right now, and this is gonna be saying left, right, good night to that Scrafty. And that's gonna be a beautiful 4-1 set. Could have been a 5-0 set, but it yeah, this team was a lot of fun to use. I was very good at getting shields with Charizard. which allowed Trevenant or Cobalion to sweep in the back. So if you see a Trevenant in the back though, it could be a little bit rough. Energy on Cobalion is what you need to finish that, or Charizard v Charizard. So again, thank you all for being patient with me. I am trying to push for Legend. I'm gonna try and live stream probably tomorrow maybe. But again, if you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button, comment if you want to see anything in the future, and like always, I will see everybody in the next video.